All right, here we're going to look at just another use of a simple loop with a counter. On this one, we're going to ask somebody what types of transportation they have, and we'll just keep accepting the answers until they kind of get desperate to walk, because we're not going to consider walking as a type of transportation. It is, but for our purposes, we won't count it. All right, so we're going to have an input. So we've got a variable. So we'll say T for transportation equals input. We need our quotation marks. Types of okay, and I always put a space after my punctuation, or I skip it down to the next line just so there's, when we put it in there, it just looks better. Okay, we're keeping up with the count. So we're going to start our counter at 0. So we'll say count equals 0. And then we'll start our loop. So I'm going to say while t does not equal okay, so until they type in walk, we'll just keep going with it. We put our colon there, that way it indents for us. Now everything that's indented is part of that loop. So we'll say our count equals count plus 1. All right. So we'll just kind of keep track of this as we go. So we'll print let's see. So you entered whatever transportation you entered. Then we'll put my space there. A total of, now here's where we're going to put our count. And my quotation marks, and then we'll put my space in there. Okay. So it's just going to repeat whatever the person entered last, and it's going to keep count of how many types of transportation they have. And then we need, since we're staying inside the loop, we need to get our input again. So I just copy that. All right, so let's see what happens when we run this. What types of transportation do you use? Well, let's say I use a car. That's pretty common. All right, so let's see what I did here. Okay. I forgot to change my count to a string. That's an integer. So that's easy enough to fix. All right, let's see what happens now. All right, So put in our car. So we entered car for a total of 1 types of transportation. I maybe might drive around in a truck a little bit. Okay, so a truck for 2 types of transportation. Let's say, whoops, bicycle. Got 3 types of transportation there. Let's say airplane. And then sometimes I go out for a walk. Okay. We typed in walk, that ended it. And so there's another simple loop, while loop program with a counter.